Good morning, class 7. Today we're going to study our first chapter in physics, and our topic is physical quantities and measurement. Students, you can see the heading on page number 9, physical quantities and measurement. So students, what do you understand by measurement? How measurement take place in our daily life? Students, in our daily life we see many things. A doctor is measuring the temperature of a body of a patient in clinic. A shopkeeper is measuring the vegetables. A tailor is measuring the length of the clothes. So this is how a measurement take place in our daily life. So students, now we're going to study about measurement. What do you understand by measurement? Students, measurement, we can say, the process of the finding exact value of an unknown quantity by comparing it with a known fixed quantity is called measurement. See in this picture, students, we have this side 2 kg. So this is a fixed quantity, and this side we have some potatoes and we don't know how much potatoes we have. So this is a unknown quantity. So the whole process in which we compare unknown quantity with a known fixed quantity means 2 kg. We compare this potato with this 2 kg. So when this potato is equal to this 2 kg, then we can say the potato is measured. So the whole process in which we compare the unknown quantity with a known fixed quantity is called measurement. So this is the definition of measurement, students. Now the next is physical quantity. You can see the heading physical quantity. So students, now what do you understand by physical quantity? Physical quantities, you can say, are the quantities that can be measured, that are measurable. For example, you can see we have one thread, and now we're going to measure the length of this thread. You can see, so how we will measure the length of this thread? By using scale. So students, this thread is a physical quantity, we can say. This is the example of physical quantity because we measure the length of this thread. So we have many examples like length, mass. We can measure the mass of an object. We also measure the length of the object. So all these are physical quantity that we can measure, that are measurable. Length, mass, area, time, temperature, etc. So all these are physical quantities. Now students, physical quantity has been categorized in two parts. First is fundamental quantities. So students, what is fundamental quantities? Fundamental quantities are the independent quantity, means they never depend on other quantities. They are unique, they are basic quantities. So here we have 7 fundamental quantities: length, mass, time, temperature, electric current, luminous intensity, and the amount of substance. So all these are fundamental quantities. They are independent, they never depend on other quantities. So students, now the next is derived quantity. Derived quantity are the quantity that has been derived from fundamental quantities. Means suppose we have to find out the area. First we need to know the length and breadth. So here in fundamental quantities we have length. So derived quantities always depend on fundamental quantities. So we use the formula length and breadth in area, and we will find out the area. So derived quantities always depend on fundamental quantities. Here we have 5 derived quantities: area, volume, speed, density, and force. So all these are derived quantity. So students, today we have studied about measurement, physical quantities, fundamental quantities, and derived quantity. So students, you learn the definition of measurement, physical quantities, derived quantities, and fundamental quantities, and write down in your copy. Thank you, class.